I'll just cover in a few minutes what is the first teaching of the Buddha. And we will take in detail in our next week.
All right.
So Buddha left the home. He went to a master. He find 5 other students are also there. So the total were 6 students. Teaching started. He was a Hatha Yoga and the Tantra Yoga master. So he told everyone, you have to sleep on the rock. Good. You have to do fasting every month for about a week and sometime 15 days. You'll be given very simple food, not of your liking. So there are more than 20 codes, strong, austerity, penance. So the traditional master gives you certain rules, practices, which are known as austerity or a penance. Okay. He was doing it. One day, that's what I call the stretching and the sweating. He did all those yogasana practice. He practiced pranayama for 3 hours. And after that, he could not sleep. But something happened when he was sitting under a tree. He experienced peace and happiness within. I'm just, summarizing. It's a long topic. The very first teaching. So, and he forgot that experience. What I have been telling you, you have to learn from your experience. If you don't learn from your experience, no master can ever help you. Anyhow, so after a few months, all the 6 were doing the practice and he recalled that experience. Now see what happens. When we recall our experience, we go into more stress, more suffering, more problems. Good. But when he recalled that experience, he had the insight. And what insight was? He said, body is totally different, and why I'm torturing this body, sleeping on the rock, doing the fasting. The mind is learning more painful experiences than any progress. This is the real account, as stated as written in the different text. Oh, is that so? Good. You see, the moment you have an insight, I'm using the term insight. The moment you have insight, you drop your level of ignorance. That is why we need a talk. We need the principles. Anyhow, they were doing the same austerity. A beautiful woman came with the rice and milk, because that's a tradition in India that, you look like a monk and you are offered. Huh? Now the situation has changed. Nobody looks at us. So that woman offered rice and milk to the first friend, refused. I'm an ascetic. Why you're offering me? Second, refused. Third, refused. Fourth. 6th was the Buddha. Buddha said, bring it. He ate it. And he felt now the body is comfortable. From where I coined this word comfortable. Now I put the body at ease. And he was totally absorbed into meditation. Now see what happened. All the 5 friends thought that the Buddha has left the practice. Buddha has left the practice, and they were totally felt that, he has become crazy, he doesn't want to follow the path. And that the Alar Kalam, the last master, came and he asked Hatha Yoga master, this guy is crazy, give to me. Yes, you take it. And then he went under a Bodhi tree and the mindfulness happened. Now the message is, and then what happened? The Buddha returned to those 5 friends because they have been doing the penance together for 6-7 years. And then the first teaching, avoid all the extremes. Mind, pendulum. Pleasure, pain. Pleasure, pain. Like, dislike. Hate, love. All belongs to the world. So 2 messages, 2 principles are there. Then he said, allow the mind to be there. Neither this nor that. Don't get obsessed with the pleasure. Don't get obsessed with the penance, the austerity, the torture to the body. So what happened? The word was coined the middle path. From there he discovered the 4 noble truths. Last point, and then we will do the practice. 4 noble truths. So he used the word noble for seekers. It is the 4 truths for the seekers. Not the truth is noble. And all the 5 friends became his disciples. It is sad that they also realized, they also got enlightenment, and then they started teaching and spreading the masses. Think of it. How many times we go to one extreme. No, you like this and I don't like this. I dislike this. So when you are first silenced, you become aware of the mind. You become aware of the impression. You become aware why there is a resistance, why there is a reaction, why there is a pleasure-seeking mind is going after liking. The mindfulness will happen naturally. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. You're comfortable. Yes. Eyes are closed and you are comfortable. You're looking at the neck joint. You feel the sensation. You're comfortable. And you experience the sense of steadiness. Shoulder joints, you feel the sensation, being comfortable. And sensation and steadiness. Hip joint, feeling the sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Look at it. The entire body is comfortable. It is not what Buddha taught, what we say focus on the breath. No. Focus on the breath was simply a tool to help us understand first and then realize these principles. But we don't get it. That is what the Buddha. So now carefree, leave everything. Now the message from him, according to my understanding, that any thought that comes to the mind is related to the world. Do you ever think I am? No. Why no? I am. So be careful with all the sensation, the thoughts and the feeling. What is the point of misunderstanding? Let the thought come, let it go, and still I'm paying attention to the thought. I'm not paying attention to what is hiding behind the movement of the thought. The knower, the seer, who is aware the thoughts are coming and going. Very simple, the middle path. So even you are simply aware of the good and the bad thoughts, let them come, let them go. At the outset, understanding thought has an element of the world outside. First teaching, the world is suffering. See that. I'm just making you aware. The entire world does not enter into you. Now look at the head and the neck. Now why I do this? Look at the head and the neck. Just be there and experience sensation, relaxation and stillness. Now there is the big challenge with every teacher. That's why I say sensation, relaxation and stillness is an experience happening in the mind. But Buddha says, raise your awareness, remain aware. Don't allow the mind to bring the world inside. That is the main teaching. There is a state devoid of the world of thoughts and the feeling and the sensations. We'll understand a little deeper there. See that. Look at the right arm. So what I'm saying, you maintain your awareness on the right arm as an object. Okay? And then you move to the experience, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Okay, then you move to deeper inside. Who is aware of the sensation, relaxation and stillness? That does not need any thought. I am. Yes. See that. Look at the left arm, feeling the sensation, relaxation and stillness. Okay, first object, left arm, then experience, then leaving both of it. Awareness. Now see from the perspective of these principles, the world is suffering, full of objects. Look at the chest and the belly. So the more we do the practice, the repeat practice helps us to recognize that this body and this body is also part of the world. But second level, sensation, relaxation and stillness, purification of the mind. Third level, you leave both. You are simply aware. So what happens in our journey to this practice, my friends? The moment we practice, we experience very good, and the moment we return from the practice, the mind goes back to the same stuff. Why? Indulgence, obsession, attachment, value. So Buddha says, first follow the sixth path, then go into mindfulness. See that. Look at the right leg. Feel the sensation. Good. Relaxation, stillness. First level of awareness, right leg. What is that right leg? So we should get an insight. Okay, it is an object. Whatever the mind knows is an object. You know me, I am an object for you. Simple. And the mindfulness is found in the subject, not in the object. Then experience happening in the mind. That is not me. I leave it. And then see what happens. The mind is naturally absorbed. Left leg. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Entire body, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Where we are going now? Yes, directly. Because the world outside is perceived by the mind with the likes and dislikes. The thoughts were created and the images are there. We have to do something to get rid of that. That will help us to go behind the mind. And that is why I say look inside the head and the neck and be there. Every teacher has a liberty to customize, but casually look inside the right arm. Now see what is the main, you can say, the practice or your experience. The moment the mind is out through the sense organ, we experience many, millions and billions of objects, people, place, articles, gadgets, even in the house we cannot count on. That is what I am referring to in this step. Move the mind inside the left arm, just be there. You experience simple awareness. What is inside? How many are inside? Only one. That is you. So mind is looking inside. Chest and the belly, inside. When you do it with a clarity and understanding, I guide like, I become the GPS. Take a right turn, left turn. That is what I'm doing. Look inside the chest and the belly. So sometimes the mind is too much impure, so it keeps looking outside. So I say sensation, relaxation, stillness in the chest and the belly, outside, and then look inside, become aware of the space and the sensation, and calmness and quietness. You have heard me. Calmness and quietness. So I'm just hinting at the Buddha's teaching, the third teaching. There is a state devoid of the world. Whether you say devoid of the world or you say devoid of suffering, whatever you want to say. Conclusion is the same. And then right leg inside. Can the mind maintain that awareness of one, whether it is calmness or quietness, whether it is awareness of the space? In that space, can there be two? Are the two spaces there? Look at it. Can you find two darkness? That insight needed. And we forget that. Left leg inside. What is left leg inside? Calmness and quietness, my friends. Entire body. So compare. Let the mind compare and understand. To get an insight outside the body, experience. What to experience? Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Where in the body? You are preventing the mind to go out. You are working on the mind. You'll be surprised. Once you get all those insights by understanding, by regular practice, what will happen? Your entire life enters into mindfulness. And inside the body, sensation and the stillness. Or calmness and the quietness inside. Or simply aware of the space. The world is suffering, cause of suffering, devoid of suffering, or you can say devoid of the world, because the world is suffering. So devoid of the suffering or devoid of the world. It amounts to the same thing. What is that devoid? Emptiness. What is that emptiness? I move inside my home. All the homes of my neighbors are left outside. I'm aware of them. But I have an ability that I can be with myself alone. See that point. Devoid of the world. Whether you say devoid of the suffering, devoid of the world, and if you have an insight into the second noble truth, there is a cause of the suffering. The mind moves outside, giving a value, likes and dislikes, getting attached, identifying with it, living in ignorance. So Buddha says, follow the sixth path, eightfold path. That's what we are doing. From inside, you are aware of inside. Look at the breath. The breath is going in and out, feeling the sensation. And then I gave three-pointed awareness to avoid the practice to become habitual. when the breath is moving, you don't say the breath is moving in the past. So I'm expressing openly, become aware of the moving breath. You cannot say, no, I was aware of the moving breath last week. From there the people coined the word live in the present moment. But if you focus, you will miss it. Casually you are looking at the breath moving in and out. To strengthen that, I say feel the sensation of the breath when it goes in and comes out. You cannot say, no, I was aware of the sensation last week when the breath was moving in and out. So I'm talking the same thing, but question is delivery, so that mind can easily understand. When it understands, when you understand the GPS, the path is clear. You know you have to take a right or left turn or go straight. 2 points. Moving breath, you are aware. Feeling the sensation of the breath going in and out, you are aware. So I introduce the third point. Do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Why? The mind will change the rate and the rhythm of the breath with a desire, and that will take the mind outside. Casually you are aware. So when you are not aware, you are not aware of the 3 points of the breath. When you are aware, done. When you are not aware, how do you recognize it? Well, the mind has a thought, and then you started thinking, and suddenly you realize, oh, what I was doing, that's okay. That is the right way. But don't get upset. No reaction, no resistance. That is the way. That is the way. Your mind will experience as if you are not doing anything. You're just looking at the breath going in and out. Sensation by default, no change, gives you a clarity and experience. Oh mind, do nothing. See that? What happens because we have not practiced with a clarity, or we had millions of impressions too, or there is a strong attachment to the world outside? So I increase the pointed awareness of the breath. First point, breath is moving in and out. Do we know it? Good. When the breath moving in and out, you feel the sensation? Yes. Feeling the sensation is second point of awareness. I'll tell you something great. All these masters have been telling. Third point, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Or or is awareness divided when I say knowing the breath, feeling the breath, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath? Awareness is the same. But then what we are doing, we are raising the bar of our awareness of the mind. That mind subconsciously, habitually are aware of a lot of stuff of the world outside. But we are saying, come on, raise the bar of awareness. Only then we can find our true nature. The moment the breath goes in, you feel the sensation, no change, but it goes in, then become aware of the space inside. Intellectually we know the space is one, cannot be divided. And when the breath comes out, awareness of the space. But going in and coming out, there is something left. An ignorance part. That ignorance part says, okay, the space inside and the space outside. Oh, but there is a clarity. The mind So, four-pointed awareness, you can say four-pointed awareness of the breath. So, as we expand from the 3-point to 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, why we are doing it? Pay attention that is very important and people miss it. We do it to simply drop the mind. Why? To awaken to mindfulness state. So, do nothing. Do nothing. When I do nothing in the field of awareness, I am aware of everything, including the world and the thoughts, but no attachment is there. No obsession is there. The mind is running, but I'm not the mind. Let it run. Compare this state of doing nothing and the insight the Buddha got. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside, know your experiences, bring the hands down and sit up. How are you, Prisla?
Am I on?
Yes.
Okay. I feel very light and relaxed. It was just very pleasant experience today.
Very pleasant.
I mean, it always is, but it was nice.
It was nice. You see that when there is a clarity in the mind, confusion is not there. The path is clear. The practice brings the result.
Lightness.
Lightness. That's wonderful.